transmission with you. Right now the new moon is in Virgo. I want to take a few moments as everyone starts to join us live to take a couple of nice deep breaths to set the space. So for those of you who are joining us on the replay, go ahead and just kind of get yourself situated. Make sure you have some water and maybe a journal if you feel that you would like to write at any point in the beginning, middle, or end. I find that through these transmissions, so much light energy starts coming through and so much clarity starts coming through and so much of your own inner guidance starts coming through that I always like to have a journal or something close to me to be able to share those notes or those insights that are coming in and through. So welcome, welcome. As you come in, please do feel free to just simply add a little note in the comments so that I know that you're here. Welcome, my loves. So I'm really thrilled. I'm finally, after 2 years of being here in Bali, have found a house, set up an office, set up a video room. So things are feeling more grounded and more stable. It's been really strange to be in a foreign country over these last couple years and, not know if I'm going to go home or stay here or get situated. Hi, Marcy. Welcome, welcome. And so finally, in the last couple months, I just decided I'm going to anchor here. Yay, Shalise. So glad you're here. So it feels good. It feels good. I'm going to be sharing more of that in my little casita here in Bali. It feels like I'm in like a little Spanish casita in the jungle. I absolutely love it. So it feels really good to be nesting and find a place that holds me I have really good neighbors. So just happy to share that. Happy to share that there's a bit of movement and connection and just kind of peaceful ease that's happening in my world through my space, and also to be able to have, this. You'll be seeing a lot of this brick wall back here. Let me just put it that way. All right. So how is everybody doing? How are you all feeling? Have you been feeling the need to organize? Are you straightening things up? I know for me, it was like really funny that Virgo energy hit, and all of a sudden it was like, I need to get everything organized. Make sure everything is clear, and realize that we were sitting here in some Virgo energy. So makes sense. I'd love to hear if any of you have any special requests, any prayer requests, anything that you have going on in your inner world, in your outer world, anything that I can support you through the transmission. And the way that these work, I always like to share this, especially for new people that are coming in. The way that this works is that whether you are here and now with me live, which I shared on my Instagram that, oh, beautiful, there is a resonance coming through. So whether you're here with me live, which I did share on my Instagram, there's just a little bit of extra connection when you're here live. You can feel the transmission, you can feel the space that's being held. And I know that you can also feel the space that's being held when you are watching and tuning into the replay. It's a little bit different. But the beautiful thing is that the way that my channel works, and I've been doing transmissions and meditations like this for almost 10 years now, is that I can feel the sensations, I can feel the resonance of the people who will be tuning in on the replay later, as well as those that are here with us live. And those that are here with us live, there's a transference of energy going on. So because you're here and you're tuning in, and even for those people who have set the intention, maybe they weren't able to make it here live, but for those people that were able to be a little bit more clear and set the intention, I want to be a part of this transmission, you'll still be tuned into the bubble. You'll still be tuned in. You'll still feel the resonance. I've had people be like, I was in my kitchen and it stopped me because I felt the sensation of what was taking place in the transmission. So it's a really beautiful energy to play with. It's very fun. It's all warm. It's pure unconditional love. Any fear or hesitation or resistance that you start to feel, lean into that, because the chances of that being, what we're going to do is we're going to start to increase the vibration of the container. And that's also what we kind of do here in the beginning, right? We're just we're just getting comfortable. We're just starting to feel that we're in the sensation of this bubble together. I'm going to shift this just a little bit. There we go. So we start to feel that there's this resonance. We start to feel that there's a movement of energy taking place. And so I haven't necessarily started the transmission, but the space has already started opening up. Beautiful. So allowing yourself to surrender, allowing yourself to start to feel that gentle grace, allowing yourself to start to feel that you are being held, allowing yourself to start to feel that you are being nurtured, allowing your heart to start releasing its guards, allowing yourself to start to just simply feel. So the intention of these connections is really, really beautiful and very, very powerful. My prayer is that these are as gentle for you as they are powerful and graceful, meaning that you will start to feel the divine resonance. You will start to feel a clarity moving through your body. You will start to feel a lightness coming through your body, but it's not going to be the kind of lightness that makes you feel high or euphoric or like dissociated from your body. You might astral travel, you might shift into another place of awareness, you might start to connect with other multidimensional aspects of yourself, and fingers crossed that you do, so that you start to really understand how you can cognitively, with your egoic consciousness on board, know how to create those bridges to move into these areas where your higher self is leading the way of your own healing. You are your own guru. You know what is best for you. What has happened in this world is that a lot of us have been subjected to this really deep programming that teaches us not to trust ourselves, not to trust that our body can heal itself, not to trust our higher consciousness. In fact, most things that are available to this higher consciousness and awakening are starting to get starting to get slighted, starting to become like really taboo. And so when you have these things that have this societal stigma of witches or psychics or warlocks, or that these things are bad and scary, well, the thing is that they're extremely powerful. We are extremely powerful. We hold that consciousness inside of our own internal body. We hold the illumination of the power that's been shamed, the power and the magic that lives inside of all of us that has been completely devalued, completely diluted, and not only that, like internally shamed. That if you're like that, you're ostracized from a community. If you're like that, you are pushed away from the group. And let me tell you, and we can see it right now on this planet, is that people will go along with the flow, will go along with what society is doing or what the group is doing. And we've all done this. We've all witnessed and watched ourselves going, I don't know that I feel good about this, or I don't know that I agree with this, but you just go along with it because other people are going along with it. This is what we're talking about. It's if you can shift your awareness to go, okay, I don't feel good about this. What part of it do I not feel good about? Where can I lean in to understand how I can connect with my deeper principles around whatever the topic is, whatever the circumstance is? It absolutely does not matter, because what my intention here today is to help you connect into a deeper state of your sovereign grace, of your individuation, of your sovereignty as a human being, fully embodied in absolute life force energy. That you yourself are a sovereign being. There are many various ways that people are enslaved in this world, on this planet, and that they are tricked into believing that they are not. We are all and have all been born into that program. So in order to start to shift and rearrange, to take a few steps back, to think critically for ourselves, but not only that, to deeply and truly open our heart to the greater awareness that our consciousness is leading us into, which is the creation of freedom and sovereignty for all beings on this planet, in this world, even when human rights are being attacked, even when absolute sovereignty is not made available. And not only that, that the people are policing the people. When you have people that are shaming other people for not going along with the narrative, they're doing the work that is continuing to create this separation. So whatever your opinions are about what's going on in the world, that's beautiful. You're absolutely welcome to them here. I'm absolutely not here to share with you and tell you what to think and how to think. But what I do want to do is just put a little spotlight, a little flashlight on some of the areas where we, and I include myself because I myself am also detoxifying from the societal Western paradigms that I was pickled in and raised in. Because I'm starting to see, and not just starting to see, but I have been seeing the detrimental effects on myself and others, especially people that I love and care about, and seeing how these systems are regulating and creating harm for certain people. A lot of people. And so in whatever way, shape, or form you see it for you, my goal here is to help you to detox and peel away layers. Again, the opinions don't matter because the opinions are coming from the mind. So the center of your own heart, the radiance and the resonance of your own heart space is actually going to be, when we turn that on, it's actually going to be what continues to open and allows for the movement of your higher self-consciousness to continue to lead the way for you, so that in every single choice point that you have, you are making the absolute best decision for you. And when you make the absolute best decision for you, you're actually also making the best decision for other people around you, because you're also showing them that they can choose what is right and best for them. And when we start to really become aware of that heart-centered consciousness, that heart-centered awareness, and that becomes a driving force of decisions for all people on this planet, including the leaders, people who've been put in a seat of leadership, so that they may also be operating from that space of their heart-centered intentions. There's a lot of thick energy that we're moving through here. There's a lot of it. I know we're all feeling it. I know that you're here because you're a deeply feeling human being. There's so much goodness happening. There's so much richness in the world. There's still so much beauty. There's still so much music. There's still so much art. And when we find that space inside of our heart that allows us to express as we know we are ready to express fully, and really reconnecting that relationship, that internal relationship between you and you, that you are your strongest ally, you are your greatest teacher, you are your own guru, you are the one that is carrying the movement forward for you in such a way that you are very clear and very confident and willing to be able to be clear in asserting your boundaries in a way that is gentle and compassionate, so that no harm is being done. Rather, we continue to open and continue to open and continue to open. Because when you find that space of karuna compassion, that compassion within you that says there is no separation, there is no difference between you and you. And so when you really allow yourself to connect fully in with you, and you increase the vibration, the awareness, and the confidence that you are very clear with what your role is here and how to activate that divine genome inside of yourself, that it all becomes more and more clear, 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 it all becomes more and more clear. So this is why we peel away layers. So when you come to these transmissions and you listen to the other Transformational Tuesdays, and you do your meditations and you're eating well and you're taking care of yourself, you're peeling away these layers, and you're not just detoxing from things that you're eating or consuming through media, but you're aware that also what you are detoxing is societal programming that has kept many of us stuck. So the key is to find your space of sovereignty, to be able to break out of the mold, to be able to break out of the system, to be able to see how you are interacting with it and how and what the effect has had on you, that will continue to allow you to open up even more clearly, even more deeply, even more authentically to your true loving self than you ever have before. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and shift into the transmission space. If you've never tuned into one of these before, I suggest that you go ahead and get yourself nice and comfortable. I highly suggest using headphones. Although when you do listen to these transmissions in a room, you could even play them when you leave your house or something in that way, and it will clear, it'll shift the energy of the place. The sound resonance will actually change the vibrational frequency, the tone of the space as well. So you can use them in that way. All right, so making sure that you're getting nice and comfortable. I have a dear brother that makes and shares very sacred ceremonial cacao every new moon and every full moon with us here in Bali. And so I've brought that here with us today to share his prayers and his intentions as well. So go ahead and take a couple of nice big deep breaths. Settle yourself in. Allow yourself to get nice and comfortable. As we call in divine truth and love into this sacred space, we invoke the highest possible healing for each and every viewer, replayer, and myself. We ask for the courage and compassion to speak and to hear from the purest form of self-love and forgiveness to all involved. Beautiful. And just simply feeling what you're feeling. Pay attention to the subtle energies moving through your body. Pay attention to the subtle energies moving through your mind. And breathe. Focus on the breath. Feeling yourself fully click in and connect with your body. And breathe. Iata sakatani ikia wapu. Atua, 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 intenia. Atua, 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 itani kikia otukupua tsakia. Oata atu tukua tuka atakeni iaka tuku upukua. Oasata apu. Oasatu apua. Asatatake, asutatake. Ayataniki, ayataniki, ayatanikia o kupukuta asatakia wa apua. There's a very clear message here that is, it's sharing and showing me that all that is meant for you is already on its way to you. That there's nothing for you to do, and in fact, any forceful nature, any forcefulness is actually creating a resistance to what is coming through for you. So the more that you can just settle the nervous system, settle the mind, settle and relax the body, really connecting in with that feminine space of receptivity, of how you are able to be open and free in your ability to receive. And this is a beautiful way to practice, is just simply receive divine guidance. As you allow that divine guidance to open up, and you start to see and feel into that heart center even more, breathing in even more deeply, allowing yourself to settle, to rest. allowing the currents in your body to be activated, healed by your own higher self. You can place your palms face up and allow yourself to be in the receiving mode to receive the healing. Remember that you are connecting and setting the intention that your very own higher self is what is here with you offering the healing. And these transmissions here that we do in this way that's very open, I really enjoy encouraging you to connect with your higher self rather than channeling other beings that are around in this world. Partly for that is because when you are beginning, when you are just learning how to channel, when you are beginning to learn how to discern subtle frequencies, when you're starting to feel the sensations of external consciousness in the fifth dimensional realm, meaning these are not people, these are spirits, these are beings, these are ascended masters that are without form. It is very important for you to become very clear with how to recognize your own signature frequency. What is the frequency of your own higher self? As you become more aware of being able to connect with it. And not only that, the next step is embodiment of your own higher self. This is embodying your higher self, becoming the awareness of that matured presence, that has access to the infinite knowledge and information that is available to you here in this world, on this planet. And not only that, outside of this world and outside of this planet, you are immortal. You are the presence of you that goes beyond the egoic identity existed before the moment of conception. So when you are in that space before the moment of conception, you are connecting in with your own higher self. And if you can imagine how many gateways and how many portals and how many wormholes and how many shifts in the space-time continuum that you had to go through as a powerful, absolutely powerful, infinite being of complete expanded consciousness to come in through the portal, in through the gateway of the biology, the creation of a human being. The journey that you have been on to get here is extraordinary. Absolutely extraordinary. And the beautiful part about this is that your higher self has this knowledge. Your higher self has this information. Your soul has these memories, and these memories reside inside of your body. They have not gone anywhere. In the same way that a repressed memory that you have experienced in this body gets stored and the memory imprint is there, whether your conscious mind can remember it or not, because maybe there's some egoic defense mechanisms keeping you from being able to connect with it fully. Well, the same is true for your soul memories. Your soul has had experiences beyond this lifetime that come in with a certain set of information. That certain set of information creates your body. It creates all aspects of who you are in the ways in which we as humans can't really explain. Why is every single human being unique? Well, it's not always their parents. It's not always the environment that they were raised in. It's not always the social conditioning. Human beings are different. They're unique. Well, where does that information come from? How does it get here? Ai sataki ituku aponi hi akatuku pu sakatege wa wapua. Ai taka tani ha ataka tani. Ataka tana ukotaya kuapukotake wa akupu. Tuka take nikia wa opua takia atuku tuku nikia otakia wa haasutuku otaka niki. Iotuku pua ni haakutuku puko takarakia wa otanikia. Yoa satani, yoa satani, yoa satani ikua. Ayataniki asatan ika wapua ha'a. Iakata kata uputukua ha'atata tiki aku sutiki aniki okupukua. Asataku putukua takia ha'atanikia apuku kuku takaya. Iasaya apuaka. Take a couple nice, big, deep breaths. A lot of really powerful energy moving through this space. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being open. Thank you for being willing. Thank you for recognizing that the time is now to detox from the environments that we have been programmed in, so that you may see more clearly that there are other ways of being, that there are other ways of existing as a human being in this world, that there are other ways of existing with the openness of your own heart and the openness of your own mind, the openness of the power and the prowess that exists inside of you, that you are a wow, such a powerful, such a beautiful, transcendent being of light, that all that is you exists in multiple dimensions of cosmic awareness. So breathe, my brother, breathe, my sister. Allow your heart to be open, simply receiving the medicine that you have for yourself. You're simply being held in a container, compassionate, unconditional love that is allowing you to explore the inner workings of your own heart. I'm feeling a very strong connection to Mother Mary in this moment. I've invited her to be able to connect with my own heart space, share the message, the resonance. Of each and every single person that will be connecting in with these words, this love, these reminders, through all expanses of time, parallel realities, connecting to other aspects of self, drawing in all of the information and knowledge that you are ready to receive and also ready to activate within yourself. As you connect in with that divine genome, I invite you to acknowledge a greater love, a deeper love, a magnetic love, a powerful love, a connected love, a deeper love, a generous love, setting the intention of the brilliance that is you. Becoming clear in your own life force energy, allowing that stream to become open from the crown of your head as you scan your body from your crown to your third eye, down through your throat, down through the length of your spine and your heart, your solar plexus, down the length of your spine through your sacral chakra, as well as your root. And just simply body scan and feel what you feel, notice what you notice. Again, setting a clear intention that this inner illumination of your own highest vibrational frequency, radiating from the center of your own heart and creating that line of energy, that powerful pillar within. Just simply focusing on your body here and now. Noticing where you might have resistances, where you may have a little bit of blockage, where things may not be running as smoothly. And as you turn in that beam of your internal radiance, simply allow yourself to restructure, clear out, clean out, utilize this beautiful Virgo energy, organize, allow, release, move it through. Connect in deeply, again, root chakra all the way down to the center of Mama Gaia, allowing all that no longer serves you to be released down into the planet, down into Mama Gaia, releasing and allowing all that can be let go of in this moment, all that does not serve. O takasakani ikia tukua pukua tatakeani ikia wasutakai. Satakini ikia haakatukua pu ukuta atake atuku tuku takani ia. Oapu taka atake ataka nukua sa atakuania. Itikini ia wa asataki uapu. Atakani iaka. Uasakaya ha'aka wapu nikia aka takia wa wapu ha'aka. Suatani ia wapu aka. Suatani ia wa wapu nikaya wa. Uataka wa ha'akani ia sakaya wapa akapa akapokua atakea niawa. Go ahead and allow yourself to visualize what it is that you are calling in. Not what you are calling in, but more what your heart is allowing you or encouraging you to get ready for. What you can make space for in your own world and in your own life. Recognizing that your future self is actually showing you that you are not manifesting, rather you are being shown what is coming to you in this world, in this space, that this heart open experience is allowing. And allow yourself to open to receive this vision that you are experiencing. And even if you're just simply feeling subtle energies, allow yourself to release any frustration or any confusion and just simply feel what you are feeling. That you're in this space for a reason, and any and all thick and dense energies are being released from your body in a very gentle and very graceful way at this time. And simply feel and breathe. Feel and breathe. Feel and breathe. Feel and breathe, allowing that movement of momentum to flow through you gently, easily, calmly. Ai satani ki awapuku ata. A satani awa owapuku ata. A satani ki awa apua. A tatani ki awapuku tukua a. Oaka ataka, oaka ataka, oaka atuapoaka. Aya satani kia ha'a, aya satani iaka ha'akopua. Itaniki, itaniki, itaniki iawa ha'akapu utukua asaya apua niki. Atuku uku puku tuku a sa'akapu tuku uku ayaka. Iataniki ayawapu usutu puuku. Breathing in deep again and allowing yourself to flush, let go, let go, let go, let go. Surrender, 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 surrender. Feeling yourself go into the softness, the warm womb of the Divine Mother, the blackness of no space, the nothingness of all that is. Simply allowing yourself to see yourself floating in a space of darkness, the void of pure space. And be, simply float, breathe. Oya tani yaya a oka sai kea. Simply take a few moments to explore. I'm here with you. Ata kapu bukua. And simply breathe. Allow freedom, creation, beauty, surrender, and grace, love, accelerated. Allowing yourself to surrender even more deeply into the warm womb of your own creation. That holding space. The acknowledgement of divine prowess, truth, illuminated grace. Surrendered compassion. To all that has ever been done unto you, and to all that you have ever done unto another. Feeling that compassion of illuminated forgiveness wash over you. Surrendering. Surrendering the experiences, surrendering the memories, surrendering the emotional attachments. No matter how sticky it feels, it can melt, dissipate, transmute into nothingness. Again, simply feel. simply feel. If it feels right for you, go ahead and repeat after me. You can place both hands on your heart. And if you are in a space where you just want to listen or repeat silently, that's okay. It is safe for me to be free and in the flow. I acknowledge that things have happened in my world and in my life. I surrender limiting beliefs about who I truly am into the greater presence that is beyond my conscious understanding. I offer a prayer of openness to the curiosity of who I am in my own true form. I invite those around me to share insights, reflections, and signs with me in a way that supports my healing evolution. I am present with each stage, the evolution, as I become more clear in who I truly am. Every day. There is a space inside the guidance of my heart that is open and ready to share new information with me. And in this moment, I agree to create more spaciousness, to be open and receive. I trust in myself. I trust that my actions and behavior will fully align for my own greater good, the ascended healing of those around me, and the ripple effect to my community near and far. I acknowledge that by being a human being on this planet, I have been able to receive the prayers and blessings of others that have wished peace upon all living beings. And as I acknowledge receiving these prayers, I also recognize the power of my prayer to evoke spaciousness and peace for all living beings, sentient co-creators on this planet. I pray that they may see themselves more clearly. I pray that they may be able to humbly and graciously forgive themselves to release themselves and to learn from the shame of the pain or harm that they may have created. For other brothers and sisters in this world. I acknowledge that the power of my prayer evokes a ripple effect in the collective field of vibrational currency. And when my peaceful, restful heart is open to receiving the blessings, rewards, and guidance that my higher self has for me, I also recognize and acknowledge the beauty and the grace and the wisdom of the consciousness and vibrational currents that are emitting from my peaceful, radiant heart. I recognize that it is my responsibility and mine alone to become aware of my contributions of vibrational currency through thought and feeling and action in this world. I am becoming more astute and attuned every day to how my consumption influences my radiance. I am continuing to choose to consume only that which increases my vibrational currency and influence as a light worker, as a way shower, and or simply as a conscious, awakened human presence in this world. Itukuapasaka, atakaniki, opu kaya, asayatani yawa, apu utuku atani yawa, iki ia saatakaya, iatapukua, itakaya wapua, I tani kia. I tani kia. I tani kia. I taka. And simply breathe and simply feel. Allow that energy to move through wave forms through your body. Allow your heart to simply feel. If it feels resonant to you, you can also set the prayer. Please guide me. Please show me. What I may do and what action steps I may take that will bring me clearly to the path of my own golden timeline. This is a timeline that is laid out for you as your highest, most clear, most accelerated, and best course of action through a world filled with density. There is a silver lining that is open to you as an invitation to move through. You can participate in this global experience as a watcher. You can participate in this global experience as an observer. You can participate in this global experience as an anchored, illuminated being of neutral, positive light. You do not have to get weighed down into the fight. Every single choice and every single course of action is of your own choosing. Participating in your own illumination is a beautiful and brilliant thing. An absolutely beautiful and brilliant experience for you. Honor the breath that is yours. Release yourself from codependent programming. Recognizing that codependency doesn't always just have to be between you and one other person. Codependency can be between you and complete paradigms of thought. Asataniki akua, asatani ikua takai, hataniki akadati, akatakaniki takatake awa. Opening yourself to a space of greater purification and curiosity. Acknowledging some of those deeper caverns of dark energy that is also part of your own embodiment. This is meant to be there. The light and dark coexist simultaneously. As a light worker or as a way shower on the leading edge, there is a way to integrate and be aware that even the dark energy or the dark aspects of self can work in unison with the light. And as you allow these parts of you to work in unison with each other, you illuminate the shadow. The shadow is the aspect of you in many different ways, shapes, and forms, that is the part that evokes self-harm. The dark is powerful, yet it does not evoke self-harm. The shadow is oftentimes the fragmented or separated parts of self that are created in moments of trauma. And it's okay to sit with this energy for a moment. You're carrying it around with you subconsciously anyway, so it's not one of those things that's bad to look at or not good to touch. It's okay to explore this with curiosity. It is safe. I know that a lot of times we just want to go float in the light and be in the light and feel the light. And it's a beautiful thing when we can be in that space and bring these darker aspects, bring these shadow aspects that are living inside of us at all times anyway, up to the surface so that we can actually integrate. So bringing those beams of light, holding and hugging the shadow frequencies. You don't need to go into the story about it. As you allow yourself to acknowledge that it's simply a frequency that's existing in your form, you can see it as exactly that, a frequency that's existing in your form. If it feels right and good for you to call on an archangel or ascended master of your own choosing, I'm going to go ahead and call in the energy of Archangel Michael to be here with us today. That as you check in with this shadow box, or these shadow aspects of self, that you may connect those parts, share them with and show them to Archangel Michael. You can ask for support of integration or release, recognizing that in no time and no space, there can be many years worth of healing that happen in a matter of seconds because you are in full connection with the multidimensional world. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. and breathe. And breathe. And breathe. Surrendering the light of your own heart once again to the divine truth and illumination that you are free, that you are sovereign, that you are created in the mirrored reflection of your own Creator. And again, if it feels right and aligned to you, you may set the prayer and intention to see yourself through the eyes of Source. To see yourself through the eyes of Source. To continue to see yourself through the eyes of Source. And breathe. And breathe. Continue to feel yourself releasing. Continue to feel yourself surrendering. Continue to feel your heart awakening. And just be very, very, very gentle with yourself. We're going to take the next few minutes. We're going to be very, very, very slow. As slow as you possibly can. To very gently, very lovingly, very kindly feeling yourself coming into your humanness. And again, just simply feel the new spaciousness that is in your body. That is opening your heart-centered awareness. That is calling in the power of truth in divine love. And again, breathing in grace. Breathing in kindness. Breathing in nurturing, gentle ease. As you can continue to wiggle out as you brought even more light into your body than you've experienced before in a very conscious way. You're coming into that spaciousness of feeling your physical body. You can feel where that illuminated light is now shining on a whole other set of things that can be released. And beautiful. Open up that root chakra, grounding cord to the center of the planet, and just simply let go. Continue to utilize this healing energy to release as many layers as you possibly can. Whatever needs to be learned can be learned. Whatever needs to be surrendered can be surrendered. Allowing yourself to be even more embodied, that vibration of self-forgiveness in all forms, in all ways, for all occurrences, for all things, for all circumstances. That you are forgiven, and you, as the embodiment of Christ's light within your own physical form, have the full power and full permission to forgive yourself. Recognizing that as you forgive yourself, you release this frequency from existing in your field, which means you have learned from these experiences. You've learned from these circumstances. And when you go in as deeply as you can to the frequency of where the root resides, you will recognize that these patterns are terminated, they are resolved, they are ended. And breathe as you feel that deeper level of self-forgiveness moving through your body and moving through your body and moving through your body. Allowing yourself to feel your fingers and your toes. Maybe wiggle them. Sometimes I find it helps to create a soft landing by putting your thumbs to your pinkies, thumbs to your ring fingers, thumbs to your middle fingers, thumbs to your pointers, and back to your pinkies, your ring finger, your middle finger, pointers, and back. Boom, 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 boom. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Looks like everyone's coming back into their bodies. And go ahead and allow yourself to move around a little bit. Maybe you need to stretch. Maybe there's some energy that's tightened up in a muscle somewhere. If you're feeling any soreness or any pings, any tightness, give yourself a little bit of a stretch. I'm going to go ahead and be here for about another 20 minutes or so, holding space in the container. I do encourage you to journal. This is the perfect time to grab that journal and start writing what it is that you were able to connect with. Start writing the sensation that you were feeling. Start writing the visions that you saw. Start writing the messages that you heard. Any guidance, anything that came through to you as something to focus on. Right now is a perfect time when you start scribing that and putting it, writing from the vision of what you saw, right, in the fifth dimension or above. We went really, really deep into the womb of our Divine Mother, the creatrix of all things. This was a very big journey that we took. It was very, very gentle, but it was a very, very big journey. So when you bring messages from that space of existence that exists with us here in the third dimension at all times, but when you write something from that space into your journal and you make it manifest in the third dimension, that's what's happening. You bring it into physicality when you write it in your journal, or when you speak to it, or when you say the things that are coming for you, or the things that have come through for you. This is how we become the alchemists. It's one thing to be a visionary. It's one thing to be able to see. For those of you that know your human design, for those of you that are manifestors, I'm a manifestor, so I resonate with this very clearly. It's one thing to be a visionary. It's one thing to see an idea, to be able to imagine it, to be able to envision it. There's a reason that visionaries see these things so clearly, and it's because we are alchemists. We are the ones that are able to bring it into form. But the thing is that in order to be the alchemist, we must know how to bring it into physical form. It's not enough to simply be able to see something in a vision, to see something in the fifth dimension or above. But once we start scribing it, once we start writing it into our journals, once we start speaking the words of it, and once we start reading what it is that we are scribing from that space, you're anchoring it in. You're anchoring it into this physical world. That's the importance of this. That's how rich and vibrant this really is. This isn't just see a vision and write it in your journal and maybe it'll come to fruition. The energies that we are working with here in this particular space, with the intention and the beings of support that we have here, by means of the intention that we are setting, and by means of the intention that I am also setting for myself and for us. This is a very powerful and very impactful container. So I encourage you to use it with the utmost respect of recognizing that the thoughts that you think and the experiences, again, of what it is that you are consuming in this world by physical diet, and also by media diet, and also by friend diet, and all these things that you are consuming, be very clear, be very present, and be very aware that there is more for you in a beautiful and powerful state of grace. And that when you honor your ability to co-create and create as a visionary in this world, you treat it with respect, and you treat it with compassion, and you treat it with the acknowledgement of the power that it deserves and that it calls for, to be taken seriously. And you guys know I love to laugh. I love a good joke. I love bringing the bubbles and the illumination to all circumstances. And in some cases, it is very important to pay attention to the level of respect of the power of the creator that you are. Because the power that you are and that you hold goes beyond your wildest dreams. It goes beyond your wildest imagination. And so that's why in this particular meditation, we focus on a lot of setting the prayer of intention. Please show me who I be. Please show me where I came from. Please show me the radiance and the resonance of my original form. Because the more that you connect consciously with your egoic mind, recognizing that you are not the egoic identity of the labels that society has placed on you, that you are a part of the creation of the whole. The same energy that creates worlds lives and exists inside of you. So we take baby steps in our deconditioning so that you can see the brilliance of the power that every single human being on this planet is capable of. And you can look around and you can see that a lot of them are not remembering. Don't let that be you. When you remember and you actualize, you give a lot of people around you permission to remember and actualize. That's how this works. We move together. We are a part of a massive awakening of human souls. Massive. And it will take some time, but it is occurring. It is happening. The conscious field is opening. The conscious field is expanding. The conscious field is accelerating at enormous rates. Absolutely enormous rates. And breathe with me. There's still so much information moving through this container. So much. I do encourage you to, if you haven't already, open your eyes, put your feet on the ground, maybe grab a snack, start grounding yourself in. Really start grounding yourself in. I don't want you to hop off of this call, and I know some people have, but I don't want you to hop off this call half in your body and half out. Ta-da! There you go. There we go. Connecting in, saying hi. Shake it off, wiggle a little bit, move around, do some jumping jacks, drink some water, smell some essential oils, burn some Palo Santo, burn some sage, do something to activate your human senses. Maybe just even touch the chair you're sitting on, feel the texture of the fabric or feel the texture of the wood, whatever it is. Just feel what you feel, notice what you notice. Surrender to the spaciousness of your own divinity. Surrender into the spaciousness of your own true love. Surrender into the spaciousness of your heart's greatest integrity. Beautiful. There we go. Now I'm starting to feel all of us anchor a little bit more. Well, I'd love for, if anyone has any questions or any feedback, please feel free to use that comment box. And of course, as you know, if you're on my email list, my goal is to continue to grow this YouTube channel. I haven't paid attention to it for a couple years, but my goal is to grow this YouTube channel so that I can continue to offer these types of meditations and more teachings here and available to the whole, while also making sure that my needs are taken care of. So my goal is to monetize this site. It takes quite a bit of time. So ways that you can help is to, of course, like, share, comment, continue to help improve just the flow of how the algorithms work, which works through engagement. So comments on all videos helps a lot, a lot. To be able to share with friends, word of mouth is really important at this time. And in the bottom of all videos, there's a space where you can donate if you feel that you're getting value out of these experiences. Any and all contributions are deeply acknowledged, sincerely felt, graciously appreciated, yet not expected. The exchange of energy that is here for us, I do believe in divine exchange, as well as offering gratitude and asking for help and asking for support, which has been a huge lesson for me. It's not the easiest thing for me to do because I prefer to wear a Wonder Woman cape. So any and all help and support that you can share, or even connections that can be made, are greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. So, my sweet loves, we have a few more moments here. I'm feeling like a lot of us have grounded and fully come in to ourselves. So, let's go ahead and share in a closing prayer. Let's keep our eyes open for this one. Just offering a deep bow of gratitude for technology that is here so that we can be in all parts of the world, no matter where we are, no matter what time. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. You're welcome, Jacqueline. Or Jacqueline. How do you say that? Yes, offering a deep bow of gratitude to technology, offering a deep bow of gratitude to YouTube, and all of these forces of technological and the digital world that in many ways, shapes, and forms we want to turn our backs to, but also know that there is an extraordinary amount of value in how we are able to connect in this way. And so holding a deep bow of gratitude to that, as well as to Mother Mary for coming through today, and Archangel Michael. I did feel quite of other ascended masters and guardian beings that were here with us in this space. So offering a deep bow of gratitude to any and all etheric support that is here with us in this moment and in all moments, knowing that we are so deeply guided, so deeply protected, that all experiences in the present here and now are open to being received in the blessings and rewards of divine birthright that is yours to accept as you agreed to be a human being on this planet at this time. I believe that if you're here with me now and you're watching and you're tuning into these messages, it's a very specific kind of person that is able to resonate with these, to listen to the light codes, and to acknowledge that divinity within. So I really believe that you are an earth angel, that you are an embodied angel from this world, or from another world on this planet, volunteering to continue to increase the frequency. I also believe that every single soul that chose to incarnate here to anchor light on this planet, bringing it into the third dimension and being a conduit between realms, is supported by all resources required and needed to actualize into the full potential of what you came here to be. So know that it was already written in the agreements of your embodiment. It is up to you to nurture your egoic conscious mind to slip out of amnesia that has encouraged you to forget who it is that you be and forget who it is that you are. So if you need to come back and listen to this transmission again and peel away more layers, I do encourage you to do so. but giving yourself that permission to receive your divine inheritance because it is here for you, available now. And so with that, it is done, it is done, it is done. And as we go forth, may we integrate the healing and the lessons received with courage, self-love, and compassion. Our transmission here is very much complete. I'd also like to encourage you to the 7 Weeks to Embody Your Higher Self course. There's a link in the link tree on my Instagram at the Monad Society. And you can also find it in the description below. You can go to monadsociety.com to find any and all other class offerings. I do have an advanced level psychic development training program. What we did today was more on the beginner side. So if this felt like a lot of energy moving, I want to encourage you to continue to do these, as well as the 7 Weeks to Embody Your Higher Self. They're similar to these, but because they were not open to a public space as YouTube is, there's a lot more precision in these courses and in these classes. You can feel a difference in the resonance that way, and they are extremely impactful. I'm still getting beautiful testimonials from people who are tuning into it, and that is the prerequisite to get into the advanced level programs. The advanced level programs, we operate at a completely different frequency. And what I have noticed is that when people come into it without doing the 7 Weeks to Embody Your Higher Self or other courses first, it can be a bit too jarring. It can be a bit too much in the sense that so much energy moves out of your field in one space that it can kind of take a few days to integrate and throw you into a deep state of growth. So we want to build the tolerance up to these higher frequencies, because when you continue to accelerate your vibrational consciousness, your vibrational frequency in your body, what ends up happening is you actually start operating at a new baseline. So your base frequency continues to ascend and ascend and ascend and ascend. So I've been doing this for about 10 years. I started in my early 20s. And so at this point, we're transmitting at a high frequency in the classes when we have people that are also transmitting at a high frequency. So that's what we want to build you up to. And that's what I want to encourage you to maybe set as a goal, put on your vision board to participate in the Metaphysical Club. That is the advanced level program inside the Monad Society. So with that, my sweet loves, the first step, yes, check me out, get to know me on YouTube. Then when you're ready, tune into the 7 Weeks to Embody Your Higher Self course. That will accelerate and shift things into the new level. And then once you have completed that, you're welcome to come into the Monad or the Metaphysical Club classes, which is our ongoing. We do 2 classes live per week, and they're held in Zoom. So they're a little bit different than this. They're interactive. We get to hear from each other. We do shares. Sometimes we do readings, depending on how many people are in the class that day. But it really is a powerful community that is growing as a light tribe and way showers here in this world. So if that sounds like something you want to do, like I said, put that on the vision board, plant the seed now, and start doing the meditations here on YouTube, the 7 Weeks to Embody Your Higher Self, and then we can bring you into that community. So with that, my sweet love, I absolutely adore you. Thank you so much for spending your time and space with me today, as well as making the time and space to tune into yourself. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I absolutely love and adore you, and I will see you very soon. Ciao, ciao.